Hi, this is Ilma Art Studio's photograph for the day, and you can see this birds flying on air and trying to land on the grass. So, as I mentioned yesterday, I like to take moving objects, or me taking objects or subjects while I am moving. So in this case, the birds were moving and I was able to capture them at their plight. Check my other photographs at ilmaarts.com. And I'd like to share to you today, good morning, before I start. It's a very beautiful sunny day in Orangeville, but as usual, it's still very cold. We're still going to the minus 20s these days with a wind chill factor. This has been one of the really coldest winter I've been here, and this is going to be 9 years in Orangeville, in Canada. So our devotional, poem and essay devotional is based on Romans 8:38, which says, "And I am convinced that nothing can separate us from God's love, neither death nor life, neither angels nor demons, neither our fears for today nor our worries about tomorrow. Not even the power of hell can separate us from God's love." Isn't that a wonderful word for you today? And here is my poem and essay devotional. My poem is entitled Inseparable from God's Love. No matter how hard you try to turn away, the love of God will always stay. Nothing can separate us from His love. Not death, not physical beings or angels above. When you're tempted by anyone or anything, just remember that He sees everything. Even when you choose to rebel and disobey, He will always invite you back when you go astray. And here's the essay part of the devotional. It's amazing how long it takes for people to realize that we are never ever going to be separated from God. God is love. This is from 1 John 4 verse 8. He created us in His image, so we are made of love ourselves. When we do things that aren't loving, we are actually not fulfilling what He made us to be. A lack of peace, joy, and all kinds of sins result in separation from His love and from Him. Paul tells us that no matter how hard we run away from God, we can't run far. It only takes a matter of time when He will recall us to Himself. Nothing will ever separate us from God and from His love. Prayer. Lord, keep me always walking in Your love. Reflection. Why is it important to acknowledge what might draw us away from God? And that is the end of the poem and essay devotional. I'd just like to expound a little on this verse. All my life I've been running away from what God made me to be. I knew there were a lot of people who wanted to give me love, but I don't know what made me decide to run away from it. Probably because of all this fear that I felt that I will be rejected and that my love will not be returned back, and that I'm punishing people for some things that were done to me when I was young. So it's very difficult to love me before. So I ran away from the fact that I didn't love myself. So I was doing all kinds of things. I was trying to cover it up with all kinds of achievements and and things that I did for others. Like it became like an addiction to be approved of others, so that I will be able to learn to love myself. And that is really crazy, because I lived in a generation where people do not really tell you how they feel so much. So, you know, well, if somebody marries you, well, I married you, so you should know I love you. But it's not really said, or it's not really manifested in the way they treat you. So I think that no matter, nothing, as in the Romans 8:38 was saying, nothing can separate us from God. Not our worries, not our concerns about the future, not our plans, not anybody who entices us to rebel and be lawless from God's commands. Nothing can really separate us from God. It even says that not even the power of hell can separate us from God. So, because we know that God is love, and He can never be untrue to Himself by not being love. So He will never let us go, because His love is unconditional. No matter what we do, no matter what concerns us, no matter where we are, what stage we are in our lives, He will always want us for Himself again. So thanks for watching, and I hope you check my website at ilmaarts.com, so you can see more of my photographs and paintings, which are all gifts of God to me, and I'd like to bless you by sharing them to you. So I hope that you will have a revelation from God, that no matter what you do, no matter what it is that you're going through, that He is there for you, and that He will not separate Himself from you, even if you separate yourself from Him. God bless, and have a wonderful weekend.